Welcome back to Ebru Africa this morning with me, Cherotich Kenei. Now today the story is making its way, across the Twitter handle are three in regards to football and one in regards to Kenya's politics. So let's begin first things first here with home. Now this is Embu County Governor. There he is, Mr. Martin Wambora, was reinstated yesterday by a high court in Kerugoya after they found his impeachment a breach of court orders. Now indeed this has termed his impeachment null and void, and they have further gone, that is the High Court judges in Kerugoya, they have further gone ahead to say that the Gazette Notice 1052 to be striked out with immediate effect, because this was indeed a breach of a court order. So indeed prompting the impeachment to be null and void. So indeed this is good news for Embu County Governor, who was ousted because he was ousted because the Senate believed that he had misused and misappropriated state, that is county funds meant for the Embu residents. So indeed, quite a good story coming in here. Now the tweets are just the same as what I've talked about. Let's get this one tweet here. There we go. Now, Oringo Sangara says, I believe in the power of dialogue. Embu is bigger than Wambora and the interest of that is the county councils. Over here we have Praz saying that Kerugoya court reinstates ousted Embu Governor Wambora. Now the High Court sitting in Kerugoya, you can find that story on this particular link. And then we have here Duncan Ndiwiga, who says, who just is responding to a local station here, and he says, Stephen says that Wambora is being forced to people. Which people? Is it the county council members or who want to eat without somebody questioning it? So indeed, it is quite a very heated debate when it comes to matters politics, because there has been a lot of wrangles between the governors, the senators, and also the members of parliament. That is the we have the members of parliament, which is the legislature. So there has been rifts here and there on who has the most power. So indeed, we're waiting to see more of such stories appearing in our political scene until we actually get a further direction of the interpretation of the Constitution from our Supreme Court judges. So indeed, we will be expecting more of this. Because since the ouster of Mr. Wambora, other cases have come forth against governors in the Senate Council. So indeed, this is just a story that has set precedents when it comes to ruling of such matters. I think next time we'll have the Senate taking a more cautious approach when it comes to matters politics and in matters senators. In matters governors. So indeed, let's move forth to matters football. Now, over last night, we had two games taking place. One, we had Sunderland against Manchester City. Now, they took to a draw 2-2. Now, what is interesting is that Sunderland is the English Premier League team that is sitting on the last position, on the 20th position, and Man City is on the 3rd position. So indeed, them to draw to Manchester City is quite something that has not been witnessed before. So indeed, this is bravo for Sunderland for putting quite, a brave tactics throughout the whole match. Now, one person is being credited with having the best, being one of the best people in the match. He has been voted one of the valuable players in that particular match. That is Mr. Connor Wickham, who scored the 2 goals in the 73rd minute and the 83rd minute as well. So a difference of 10 minutes in between the 2 goals. So Manchester City is going back to the drawing board, being because of having to draw with such a team that is actually on the list on the last position in the Premier League. So indeed, caution there for Manchester City not to actually take things lightly, regardless of the fact that they have come to the 3rd position. Now, moving on swiftly to other matters in football, we had the game Everton versus that is Crystal Palace. Now, one thing I should highlight to you is that Crystal Palace is one of not the wicked teams, but one of the below teams. They're amongst the last 10 standing in the Barclays Premiership, where Everton is coming in at 5th position. So, indeed, for them to be beaten by Crystal Palace just proves to you how the game changer is in this particular season of the Barclays Premiership, season 2013-2014. So, indeed, we're having wicked teams, teams which are being credited as much weaker in this Premiership League, just come out in their last strides as we come to a close of this particular season, giving their best efforts. Now, Everton is indeed going back to the drawing table with their coach to find out what they did wrong, having been beaten 3-2 by Crystal Palace yesterday. And finally, let's finish off with the Copa del Rey. Now, this is a derby cup that takes place in Spain in the La Liga Champions, in the La Liga League. So, indeed, yesterday we found Barcelona beating 2-1 against Real Madrid. So, for Real Madrid, they're back to the drawing board, while Barcelona continues to celebrate their win yesterday. Now, the people I should highlight in this particular play are being equated to the cartoon Coyote and the Wild. And the Roadrunner and the Wild Coyote. So they are equivalating Barta to the Coyote, the Wild Coyote, and Barley to the Roadrunner. So just to give you to give you a highlight of the way Barley was indeed the man of the match. His goals were terrific. His tactics were terrific. They were on point, causing the Barcelona team to take a lead in this particular match. So indeed, congratulations are in order for Barcelona for winning the Copa del Rey Cup. So that is it for On Trends today. Hope to see you tomorrow as we finalize the week, as we finalize the week and introduce the Easter to you. So bye-bye for now. But join me shortly as I take you through Insight, Business Insight. But for now, back to Beryl Ora with more on Media Watch.